Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of the Sarah Fraser Show. Yesterday, late last night, 12:30 probably, Eastern time, I got a breaking news notification that Amy Slayton Halterman, my dyslexia, had been arrested in Crockett County after getting bit by a camel. Police come, they open the doors, they get a whiff of something, and Amy Slayton and her man, Brian, I've never seen this guy before, are arrested, but unfortunately the boys were with her. So she was bit by a camel, apparently, or Brian was. Somebody was bit by a camel. And then the police show up to treat the camel bite, or the police are called, and then they get this whiff from the car. Now, I'm hearing from Reddit. I don't know if this is confirmed or not, because it was a substance one, which a lot of people say is just, I guess I can't say it on TikTok because we're live on TikTok. It's like, it's the green stuff. Okay. So supposedly it's the green stuff. And then I'm hearing the other thing is, you know how you cook with mushrooms? That apparently it's like cooking with mushrooms was the other thing. I don't know if that's true because, again, it's coming from Reddit. So I don't know. But sometimes those Reddit sources are the police. So, you never know. But I called the Crockett County Jail last night because I wanted to bail her out. People are saying to me, why are you bailing her out? She's a TV legend. That's why. She's a mother, for God's sakes. So the county jail, shout out to Crockett County Police Department. Lovely on the phone. Okay. If you're just joining the podcast, Amy Slayton from Thousand Pound Sisters remains in jail, as far as I know, because yesterday was the holiday weekend. She was not offered bond because no judge is working in Tennessee. So she and her man had to stay overnight. I don't know what happened to the boys. She was charged with child endangerment. I'm sure, of course, because she has these substances, right? So I don't know. I'm sure a family member was called. I hope to God. I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with this. I've only bonded out one other person in my lifetime, and it was $1,000 bond. That's doable, honey. But if I call this morning and they're like $10,000 to get her out, Queen is staying in. Okay, Queen is staying. I'm not paying 10 grand. What's I was trying to ask my husband what my limit is here. 2,500. So anyhow, Amy Slayton, famously from Thousand Pound Sisters, has been arrested. She remains in jail. I called the Crockett County Police Department last night. Lovely. I said, I'm a fan. I want to bail her out. And they said, well, ma'am, that's great. But there ain't no bond on a holiday weekend, sweetie. You got to call back tomorrow, 9:30. Well, I'm in Los Angeles. It's 7:37. What time zone is Tennessee in? Look, if I were great with the numbers, I'd be an accountant. I'm not. I do gossip for life. Eastern time. So it's, okay, so it's 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's 10:30. It's already an hour past, but we're going to give the Clark County people a ring and see if we can bail her out and see how much it costs and if, in fact, she's still there. Now, hold on. I'm live on TikTok, but I've also got to do my husband's code. Hey, Dan! I don't know my husband's phone code. Okay, wait. It's his birthday backwards. Oh, my God. Let me tell you what. Okay, what is it? Can you just do the code? I can't. Thanks, doll. I don't know his code. Does anyone know their husband's phone password? All right, let's call up now. I don't want to put Crockett. I need another cup of coffee. I don't want to put Crockett County. I don't want to blow up their spot. So you'll be able to hear it a little bit on the TikTok live, but then I'm going to delete it from the podcast. All right, here we go. No one's answering. Or a lot of. Good morning. My name is Sarah. I'm a fan of Amy Slayton's, and I wanted to see if bond had been offered yet for her and if I could bond her out. Oh, wait, say that again. Oh, sure. It's for Amy Slayton Halterman, who was arrested last night. After lunch. Okay, so call back like 2:00 your time, 3:00, you think? Oh, about 1:00 your time. Okay, sir, I will call you back then. All right. Thank you. Okay. Bye. Bye. Oh my God. They are so lovely in Tennessee. Well, you heard it here. Still no bond for our girl. She remains in jail. Oh, shoot. I should have asked him how much he thought it would be. Well, he doesn't know because they haven't been given a bond yet. All right, well, there you have it. She's still in jail, and this lovely officer. I love my friends in Tennessee. Shout out to everybody in Tennessee. They are so sweet. Now, I can't really understand the accent, but he said, all right, call back, 1:00. All right, I'll be there, sir. I will be there, honey. They seem excited for my call down there in Crockett County. Our girl remains in jail. No bond set. So I guess maybe the judge is getting their coffee too. They're having a cup of coffee. She might be on a PO hold. What's a PO hold? Is that like a psych? Why was Amy Slayton arrested? If you are just joining my TikTok live, I'm trying to bail her out. I'm a huge fan. And she's a mother. People are saying to me, why are you bailing her out of jail? Well, she's a mother. And I think she was popped for the green stuff. But I also am hearing cooking mushrooms. And I don't like that with this guy, Brian. I'm going to lecture her after I bail her out. Get away from Brian. You don't need to be doing all that stuff. I don't want to hear about it. People say, oh, the cooking mushrooms. I see all these things. Unless you've got PTSD, you don't need to be on that stuff. Don't give me that. You don't know what it's like, Amy. I know. And child endangerment. Yes, she was. Well, I'm assuming she was the child endangerment charges because she had these substances is what I'm thinking. I hope to God. I'm going to lecture her about that too. She's too damn old to be doing this when you have kids. Now, when you don't have kids, if you want to go to a fair, get bit by a camel, smoke the green stuff, I don't have a problem with it. And do the cooking mushrooms, go for it. But don't you be doing that when you have kids. They rely on you. They don't have any other options. Oh, people think she's on probation for other incidences. See, I don't know if that's true because this time last year, Amy Slayton was arrested on a green stuff charge. You know, you can't say anything on TikTok. Anyhow, so I know Tammy, I think, has had some issues with the law, but what issues with the law has Amy Slayton had? So anyhow, this is the update. Crockett County Police Department, lovely, lovely. They answer the phone. They're like, oh, Miss Fraser, is that you calling back? No, they don't really say that, but they do say, ma'am, what can we do for you this morning? Yes, I'd like to bail out Amy Slayton. No bail's been offered, ma'am. No bail's been. Okay, well, when? Call back 1:00 today. Well, 1:00 we'll be on it. But I need to know from you guys. I mean, I should probably consult my husband. What's the max here that we're going to pay? I'd go up to $3,000. That's my gut. If the bond is $3,000, I'll do it. I'll bond her out. But if they drop $5,500 on me, no, she's going to have to stay there. I ain't doing that. Or I don't know. Maybe we'll do a GoFundMe. I'll get Michael Ilasami. Can you guide us? How do we do a GoFundMe for Amy Slayton? Kimberly, it's your hometown in there in Crockett. Well, you all are lovely in Tennessee. I'll tell you what amazing manners down there in Tennessee. And she was arrested at a safari park in Tennessee where they have ostriches and camels. And somebody got bit by the camel. I think it was her. And then they go to open the car. Well, of course, you've been bit by a camel. Have a puff. What? What was that? Ding. I mean, you can have a puff. The problem is you got kids in the car. That's the problem. So the police show up. They're not happy. People are saying to me, well, it's archaic that Tennessee has these that green stuff is still illegal. Well, I don't know. I mean, I agree. I mean, it's legal everywhere else. My God, come to California. You got a contact buzz. My God, I went to Christopher Cross and Toto over the weekend. I left there. I was seeing stars. And I didn't have a pipe well, not really a pipe, whatever. You know, obviously I don't partake much. Okay. It's legal in Arizona. It should be legal. It should be legal. And it's very confusing if it's legal in some states and not in others. And for God's sakes, you can fly with it in this country if you have a small amount. That's confusing. Legal in Virginia. Well, it's certainly legal out here in California, honey. I would say we have a state bird and then we've got a state plant and it's WEED. I actually enjoy the smell. I just, life is too good sober. It's just, it really, truly is what it is once you have a kid, I don't know how you can, if you have a babysitter or they're not with you, but I don't know how people, I mean, addiction's awful. I do know how people do it, but I just can't do it in front of the kids, and that's what bothers me. All right, well, come back today, 1 p.m. Eastern. So, God, what's that my time? 12, 11, 10, 10 a.m. 10 a. Let me write this down. 10 a.m. Now I've got the Crockett County on speed dial. 10 a.m. We will call back to bond out Amy. Now he goes to me. Now who? Who? Amy Slayton, the only famous. Have you got other famous people in Crockett County Jail right now? I mean, to Amy, you know Amy. She doesn't even need a last name. You know, the famous one from television. 1,000-Pound Sister. Sir, do you watch? Why was she arrested? If you are just joining the podcast, if you are just joining the TikTok live, Amy Slayton, one of the stars of 1,000-Pound Sisters, last night was at a safari park in Crockett County, Tennessee, was bit by a camel, apparently. This is real life. And for anybody watching Chimp Crazy on HBO, to me, I'm seeing this rabid camel going ape, bad pun, and like biting her hand, right? So this camel bites her or this guy that she's with, Brian, who I've never seen before. People are saying on Reddit, this is her third or fourth boyfriend since she and Michael Holterman have separated, and people aren't happy about that. Well, it's her life. And you got to, you got to test the waters here before we settle back down. So they get bit by a camel. Police show up. They have this, smell of the green stuff coming from the car. They arrest him for that. Then they also, I don't know, I guess they search him. She's got garden mushrooms on her, or he does. And then the kids are with them, Glenn and Gagey. Why are y'all doing this with the kids? Don't be doing this with the kids. Kids are in the car, y'all. So they were charged with child endangerment as well. Now, it was a holiday weekend, so she was busted last night, put in jail, and she remains in jail because obviously the judges, they're enjoying their holiday. So here we are. I know. I'm rooting for Amy too, and we are trying to bond her out here at the Sarah Fraser Show, and I'm going to get in touch with Michael Ilasami and set up the GoFundMe because I have a feeling this is going to be like a $5,500 bond. I don't know why. I just have and I ain't paying that. Like $3,000 was my limit. I think $3,000 is fair, don't you think? I mean, it's the green stuff and a few mushrooms. Now, the child endangerment really bothers me. Why are you trying to bail her out? Well, she's a TV legend and she's a mother. She needs to be back out. And then I want to lecture her. I would say this, I will bond her out, but there'll be stipulations. Like she needs to come and co-host the podcast for like a week. This is reminding me of when we did this with Bobby Brown when I was on the radio station. Anyhow, she needs to come on the podcast, but we'll see. I'll bond her out. I'll see if she has an attorney too. I don't know if they'll give me that info, but maybe. Okay. See you guys back here in a couple hours. We will try to bond out. I mean, maybe her family's, this girl, she's making a boatload of money on TLC and from all their cameos. I mean, girls walking around with Gucci purses. Meanwhile, I'm here. Bye. Bye, gorgeous. I mean, I'm working my guts out doing 1,800 podcasts. She's walking around with Gucci on Cameo. So I don't know. Probably they're going to laugh at my $3,000. They're going to be like, oh, please. Chris Holterman was down here. He's got $10,000 cash, girl. You way behind. Oh, excuse me? Okay. Okay, people want me to move. They want to see. She can bond herself out. Y'all keep the money. I mean, I would say this. If I bond her out, she needs to give me an exclusive interview. Like, I'm not going to do it, but I don't know how I can do that, right? Because you either, actually, I'm sure you can, because you must have to talk to the secretary at Clark County. And I'll just say, look, here, send her a message from the Sarah Fraser Show and all of Amy's fans. We're bonding her out, but she's got to give me an exclusive interview or co-host the podcast for one solid week. If she wants the $3,000, here's my credit card. If she doesn't, I was trying to think, I bailed one other person out of jail and I can't remember. Do they take credit card? Or do you have to write a check? Or do you have to get a money order? I don't remember what it was like when I bailed out my friend. TLC does not pay them a lot. Well, that is true. TLC doesn't pay a lot, but they make so much money on other things, appearances, endorsements, Cameo, all that stuff. Yes, they'll take credit card in Crockett County. Really? Okay, we've got, I believe the secretary at Crockett County Police Department's on the live. She says, yeah, we'll take credit card. No, I'm just kidding. It's not right. Wouldn't that be great? It's actually probably the judge. The judge is probably on our TikTok live. Yeah, we'll take credit card. Absolutely. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, extra charge for American Express. They're paid 5 to 8K an episode. Yeah, I think that's about accurate. I'm bailing her out. I don't care. I know everybody's got an opinion. This is a mother, a legendary television star. And I'm bailing her out if she's going to co-host the podcast for 1 week or give me an exclusive interview. And if she says, well, I got to clear it with TLC, blah, blah, blah. You know what? No clearing it with TLC. You hop on, you give me a 20-minute interview. We're not going to give away any TV spoilers. And you come co-host the show. We don't even have to talk about TLC stuff. And if she doesn't want to do that, that's fine. I feel like I feel like the bond is going to be a lot though. I think $3,000 is my max. I'm sure that the judge is probably on this. So the judge is going to set it at 3,500. I'm going to be like, oh, God. All right, fine. Here's my credit card. Okay. But I think the bond is going to be like 5,500 and I'm out. It's like Shark Tank. I'm sorry, I'm out. And for that reason, I'm out.